My YouTube family, I got to show y'all this, man. I've been keeping this a secret for a little minute. But come over here. Come on. All right, boom. Let me see how much of this I can show you without showing you too much information, because I don't want this to bite me in the ass later on. But basically what you're looking at is my Binance account. Okay, because, you know, I've been investing in Bitcoin and altcoins, man, for quite some time now. It hasn't been long, about 4 or 5 months. You know, it's something that I've been doing, and I'm always curious because I don't hear any of the truckers talking about, you know, other investments that they got going on. You know, I always tell you guys to kind of venture out and kind of have your hand in a bunch of different pots, you know, like you know, we all know about 401ks, the Roth IRAs, and if you don't have anything set up, if you look down on my videos, you'll see where I had set up that Betterment account. The Betterment account, what you can do, you can set that up. So that's like you know, low risk investment for people that's just trying to have something put up, because in the trucking industry, you know, you don't want to be doing this for like 20 years and then you end up, you know, broke, and, you know, 30 years later you looking around like, okay, I done delivered all this freight, made all these companies millionaires, billionaires, and, you know, you the driver looking sad, you know. So you know, I'm always encouraging you guys to get into investments. And me, you know, I always got my hand in different things, you know, because like I say, I got the right team around me. I mean, I got guys back home that's doing day trading, you know, and real estate, you know, contracting businesses. It's like when I go home, when I'm back in Florida, it's a lot of fun down there. It's a lot of things to get into, but like I said, you know, I make sure that I surround myself around people that is going to keep me motivated. And true indeed, yeah, I like to have fun, hang out, take vacations and whatnot. But, you know, we got to get back to business at the end of the day. And that's the type of people I surround myself around. Hopefully one of these days, you know, I could start introducing you guys to the people that I hang myself around, like some of the people that I'm around. And, you know, these dudes I grew up with, you know, family members, you know. But, you know, it's important that you have your mind open to a lot of different things other than just trucking, you know. That's why I wanted to show you guys my account, like I said, because while I'm in here, I don't know what a lot of spare truckers do. I mean, a lot of truckers do on their spare time. But me, you know, like I said, you know, I do a lot of book reading, and on top of that, you know, I do swing trading. Swing trading is not like day traders. Day traders kind of like focus on short-term investments, which, like I said, is a little higher risk. But me with swing trading, you know, I could put in a trade and kind of, you know, wait till like I'll probably be in the market for like 2-3 days before I pull out, you know, make me a few dollars here and there. And then, you know, I buy and hold too, you know. I've been dabbling into the Bitcoin. You know, I bought a few altcoins, and, you know, and they were in the early stages. Well, it was in the early stages for me, you understand me? You know, I just basically, I got a brother of mine actually, and, you know, he's home all the time. He's a driver too, but he's a local driver. And when he got into it, and I had another friend of mine in Georgia, and another friend of mine that were talking about it. So when we got all together, we just started collaborating and coming up with ideas and researching some of these new ICO companies. And we, you know, we got in, put in a few dollars. Like I said, I'm not in the negative. At one point, it was looking real good. Before the end of the year, the market was looking real good, but the past 2 months have been kind of slow because the media, you know, blasting a lot of negativity about, you know, Bitcoin and whatnot. And it's only because they don't understand the technology and the whole blockchain technology, and they think said, it's a lot of as far as illegal activity going on. That's what they're pushing to the public. But really, it's a bigger agenda behind that. Really, it's a new institution, new marketing institution, you know. And you know, if you think about it, like they got the Warren Buffetts that's against Bitcoin. Well, they're not against it, but they're speaking down on Bitcoin, saying it's not gonna last, blah blah blah. You know, a lot of big banks are against it because, like I said, it's going to affect their everyday business. It's gonna take money out their pocket. If people are pulling money out of, you know, their savings account and putting into Bitcoin and getting into this whole, you know, cryptocurrency business. You get where I'm coming from? So mind you, now granted, I'm doing this video. I don't want nobody to say, oh, I'm telling you to invest in Bitcoin. I am not doing that. I'm just sharing with you guys and letting you guys know what I do as far as like having my hands out there in different business ventures or investments, you know. So like I said, let's say for instance next year this time I hit big, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, remember I made that video about my investments in Bitcoin? It paid out, you know, and things like that in that nature. You know, I just want to share with you my life experiences out here in the trucking and what I do outside of trucking. I got other things that I got going on outside of trucking, you understand? That, you know, I was trying to keep this page like strictly on trucking, which I will, but like I said, I also want truckers to have a broader mentality on business in general. So that's why I encourage you guys to get a truck, make more money. And once you make more money, you can start building with that, not going and spending and, you know, being a consumer the rest of your life, going and investing in other business ventures, investments, and get into those things that will make you rich one day, where you don't have to work or be in this truck forever. You understand me? Because that's not my goal. Ultimately, my goal is to put a few trucks out here and jump out and do the things that I love to do. You know, like I said, I got a few things that I want to be doing. You know, me being stuck in this truck is just, you know, means to an end. It's not like, okay, I'm going to stay in this truck 20, 30 years and just try to, nah, that's not life, because I got kids that are growing up fast. You guys know the story. But I definitely want to encourage you guys with my story to do other things, you know, adventure out there. You know, even if it's not with Bitcoin or altcoins, which is the same. Like I said, when I say Bitcoin, you guys better recognize what I'm talking about. But like I said, outside of Bitcoin, they have altcoins. There's a bunch of different, like you guys heard of, like Ripple, Tron, Stellar. You know, they got Dogecoin, a lot of other, you know, nice like Litecoin, all the different, they call them altcoins, you understand me? Every, you know, because right now you know, a lot of people only know the ones that are, you know, on Coinbase, and Coinbase has 4 as of now, but you know, there's a bunch of different other ones. There's almost 1,300 different altcoins out there you could invest in, you know, and they're smaller investments. But like I said, you know, I got into it. Like I did some holding. They call it hodl in the cryptocurrency. That's the jargon they use. But I'm just holding right now. And I do little short-term little trades from time to time, just to you know, keep my, you know, my mind working on other things when I'm in this truck, you know. And you know, there's other things too. Like I used to Forex trade back in 2009. That's when I first got out of jail. You know, when I was locked up, for a matter of fact, that's when I was introduced to trading. You know, because like I did, like a lot of you guys don't know this, right? I did a federal bid, right? And when I was in there doing that federal bid, I was in downtown Miami for almost 3.5 years. There was this Chinese dude, man, John Kim. I can't forget him, because he was in there for like tax evasion or whatnot. And that's all he did. He was a Forex trader. So what happened was, when he came in, he was my celly. So while he was my celly, me and him used to talk a lot, and he was telling me how he got money, and I was just like, yeah, okay, so you talking about stocks? He was like, nah, this ain't stocks. This is Forex trading, man. Basically currency trading. So then, with starting he noticed it was an interest in, you know, that I had an interest in it. So he was like, you know what? I'll show you a little that I do know. So that's when I started getting introduced to day trading, and then he exposed me to the Bollinger Band, and then he was telling me how he was giving me strategies on how to trade. And when I got out of jail in 2009, I started day trading. I mean, I started Forex trading, man. I had opened up a Forex account. I was trading, but the thing was, I was working two jobs at the time. So while I was working the two jobs, you know, I stopped trading. And plus, like I said, I had a lot of unanswered questions, and I wasn't even familiar with YouTube, because when I got out, before I even got locked up, you know, I was running the streets. I ain't really know too much about YouTube, and, you know, as far as like how it can help you, educate you on a lot of different things. So had I known about YouTube in 2009, I mean, I knew about YouTube, but it was more so I didn't know that it could answer some of the questions that I had at the time. You know, I just was, like I told you, I was running the streets. I ain't know nothing about the whole computer world and whatnot. You understand me? It's still new to me. As you guys can see, I'm still learning a lot of things out here as far as the internet world. But nevertheless, I still had that hustle mentality, and that's what ended up having me doing the Forex trading and whatnot. So I learned a lot, and I plan on actually getting back into the Forex heavy again, because there was money to be made. But at the time, I was working two jobs, man. I working two jobs, and then once I get in that market, man, I can't go to sleep, because like I said, you get sleep anxiety, man. I mean, you can't go to sleep when you're in the market. And once I started trading, I would be in the trade, I'll just be looking at that screen, man, for 3-4 hours sometimes, man, and I can't go to sleep until I pull out of my trade. So once I realized, like, I was getting sleep, I was deprived of sleep at the time, going to work tired, it took away from me. So I said, you know what, let me leave the Forex trading alone and just work. And I was actually starting a CDL school too, so I had to give it up at the time. But I definitely got to get back into it, because like I said, I know more behind a lot of, you know, I met people that actually trade, so, you know, and I'm friends with, and they cool with me. So basically they keep telling me like, hey man, you need to get out that truck, man, we could do other things. So once I get into that, I keep you guys posted. But I said, there's money out there, man. You just gotta have that way of thinking. You gotta be open to different things, man. You can't just, a lot of people are scared to try new things. Like I said, this Bitcoin, a lot of people scared. But me, I always been a hustler, and I always had that mentality to, you know, get it from any direction that it comes from. So I like, you know what, it won't hurt me. All right, I'll put $1,000 into it. You understand me? So I went, when in the early stages, when I heard about Bitcoin and all that, I just dropped a few, like I said, $1,000, a little over $1,000, and then I just held out on it and just bought a few coins and just sat on them, you know. And you know, as I learned more about, you know, the business, as far as, not the business, as far as Bitcoin and everything about it, because I just knew that people were making money. So I just said, let me hurry up and get in and just put something in there, and hopefully it could pay off in the long run, you know. But like I said, it's pretty cool, man. And trading, because I was introduced to it, it's not that difficult for me, because I have a little knowledge. I have enough knowledge. I know more than the average person about trading. Like I said, thanks to John Kim, that was his name too. Tall Chinese dude, man. He was like 6'4", bro, and dude, he was making a killing out there. And I know he was making the money for real, because like I said, you know, he showed me in his indictment and all the shit that they seized. He was really making money in that Forex. So I know there's money there. And he actually gave me a blueprint. If I go back into my old folder, he gave me a blueprint to follow in trading. And he said, if I do this, and within, like, I think he said in like 2 years, I could become a millionaire. And that's like taking moderate investments, not going hard. You know, he said that's the route that he took when he first started trading, and he became a millionaire. You know, and he gave me the blueprint. He wrote it. I mean, I got everything still, you know, collecting dust in my closet and whatnot. But it's a lot of money out there, man. Trucking is just gonna be that stepping stone for me to invest into other things, because like I said, It's out there, fellas. So when you're in that truck, man, don't waste your time doing foolishness. You understand me? Read, build yourself, because like I said, the goal ultimately at the end of the day is to get out that truck, man, and make that money that is gonna get you out that truck and invest in other things. Like I said, like I told you, real estate, you got investments, you understand? You got business, other business ventures, you got franchises, all that stuff, man. I look into everything. Like I said, I just don't move too fast on a lot of things, because like I said, I try to master one thing first and then move on to the next. You understand me? But whatever, that's my video. But let me know how many people out there are actually investing in Bitcoin. Leave a comment at the bottom if you invest in Bitcoin, if you know anything about Forex trading, and you know, let me know, because I'm curious to know how many truckers out there actually believe in the cryptocurrency space and whatnot. I mean, I think it's pretty cool because it's in the early stages. But like I said, to each his own, and don't follow me and go ahead and open up a Binance account and start buying all and say, oh, I lost all my money because one rich told me about. Nah, I'm just telling you what I'm doing on my free time. But that's my video right there, man. Like I said, leave a comment if you like the video, hit that like or that thumbs up button, man, and I'll definitely be checking back in with you guys later.